Hi, it's Steve from PartSelect. Today we're going to show you how to change a water inlet valve on your dishwasher, and it's a really easy job. All you'll need is a 1/4-inch nut driver, a pair of slip joint pliers, and an adjustable wrench. Let me show you how we do it. Now before we begin this repair, since we will be working around electrical circuits, we should turn the power off to the dishwasher. If it comes equipped with a cord, simply unplug it from the receptacle. But typically dishwashers are hardwired, so you'll need to locate the fuse panel or breaker panel and turn the power off at that point. We'll also need to turn off the water supply to the dishwasher because we will be removing the inlet to the valve. And then we'll begin by removing 2 1/4-inch hex head screws that secure the access panel at the bottom, as the inlet valve is in behind that. And although it is possible to replace that valve through that access panel, if it's at all feasible for you, you may want to look at removing the dishwasher from the cabinetry and pulling it out onto the floor where you have a better access to the valve. Once we remove that access panel, we can set that aside. And once we have that access panel removed, we now have access to the fill valve itself. And the first thing we're going to need to do is, after we verify that the water supply has been turned off, we will need to remove that supply to the inlet of the valve so that we can pull the valve out through the front and disconnect it. Once we've removed that, we'll next remove this 1/4-inch hex head screw that secures that valve bracket to the dishwasher frame. And again, this is accessible from the front. You would next lift sideways on that valve, push it out through, and then we can pull it far enough to the front that we can disconnect the outlet supply tube and disconnect the wire harness to the valve itself. There's a little retaining clip that we need to depress and pop the harness out. And with a pair of slip joint pliers, we'll slide that clamp back. There may be some water come out of this hose. Carefully twist that hose off. And then we can discard the old valve. So now we'll take our new valve. And first thing, we'll install the outlet tube on it. Make sure it's pushed all the way onto that barb. And then with our slip joint pliers, reposition that clamp. Next, we'll reconnect the wire harness connector. Make sure it snaps into place and that the little locking tab engages. Now we can position the valve into its proper location. I'll pull the hooks through the front. That will line up the mounting screw. Tighten that screw securely. Next, we would reinstall the water inlet to the valve. Be sure to use fresh Teflon tape to the fitting. And once we've connected that supply to the valve, at this point, before we reinstall our access panel, we'll want to turn on the water supply just to make sure that we have no leaks. Now we're ready to install the access panel again. So we'll slide that in underneath the front panel. Line it up with the frame of the dishwasher. We'll locate those holes for the 1/4-inch hex head screws. Now we're ready to reconnect the power, and our repair is complete. I told you it was an easy job. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your repair.